Well, we start today with some breaking news on the court case that Meghan Markle is bringing against the Mail on Sunday. Today, the judge, Lord Justice Warby, has said there will not be a full trial later this year. The Daily Mail's chief reporter Sam Greenhill has the latest.
Well, the Duchess of Sussex has just won her High Court case against the newspaper. In the last few minutes, a judge has ruled in her favour, without there ever being a full trial. This is a very significant moment because it means that any showdown between Meghan and her father in a British courtroom will now no longer happen. She has won the case without it. Now, this all relates to the letter that she wrote Thomas Markle, her estranged father, in 2018, the year of the royal wedding. Now, after her friends revealed the existence of the letter in an interview they gave to People magazine, Mr. Markle felt that they had mischaracterised the letter as a loving missive, and so to set the record straight, he took parts of the letter to the Mail on Sunday newspaper for publication. She responded by suing the newspaper for what she said were breaches of her privacy and copyright. Last month, the Duchess asked Mr. Justice Warby to decide the case in her favour without there being a full trial. Now, he has agreed to just that. He said in a ruling, the claimant had a reasonable expectation that the contents of the letter would remain private. There will still be a trial of some sort on the issue of copyright, which we'll get more details about later. It means there will no longer be a trial at the Royal Courts of Justice, which had been expected this autumn. Both Meghan and her father had vowed to take the witness stand on opposing sides of the case. But last month, Meghan's lawyers argued that the newspaper had no prospect of successfully defending itself and urged the judge to decide the case in her favour straight away. The newspaper argued there were certain issues that could only be resolved at a trial, and these included cross-examining both Meghan and her father on oath on the witness stand. Mr. Justice Warby has clearly disagreed, saying the inescapable conclusion is that, save to the very limited extent I have identified, the disclosures in the letter were not of a necessary or proportionate means of serving the purpose of correcting the record as Mr. Markle saw it. Mr. Warby went on, for the most part, they did not serve that purpose at all. Taken as a whole, the disclosures were manifestly excessive and hence unlawful. The question now is whether the newspaper will appeal this ruling. We'll have to wait and see. The newspaper's lawyers will at this very moment be poring over the judgment to see if there is a way of taking the case to the Court of Appeal. It may be that this extraordinary case isn't over yet.
That news came in after we had finished recording this week's episode of Palace Confidential.